moving forward a more rule-bound approach. That's what the 1986 Immigration Reform and Control Act was supposed to do. It was supposed to say, okay, let's stop the game as it's being played right now. If you're here already, let's deal with that, but no more. And over the last 20 years, we've had plenty more. What didn't work about the last time we tried to do this?
Well, I think we didn't put in place the rules that were necessary. And on the contrary, we closed off the valve that provided for individuals to be able to come here and work and meet the demand for labor that the United States has had. I see where we are today as backup of the broken system way back then that did not allow what had been working for years. That if there was an employer and there was work and there was an employee, you could sponsor that person and make them a legal permanent worker. That worked smoothly. That allowed a path towards that individual becoming a responsible worker in the U.S. government and in the U.S. and meeting that need that is huge, that keeps on growing. Because if we ignore the pull of why people come here and the need of employers, whole sectors that are absolutely dependent on the labor that is being produced by immigrants, then we're not fixing it. We can't just say, as of tomorrow, no one else can come in here. We need to have those rules where they come in an orderly manner, but that they can come.
Let me get Roy Beck's reaction to that comment.
Well, hopping up and down. No, actually, after the '86 Act, we drastically increased the level of immigration. The 90 law increased it by 35%. It's been growing since the 50s. We've quadrupled legal immigration since 1965. So what we've found is that every time we increase legal immigration, illegal immigration goes up. That is, because legal immigration provides the opportunities, the family connections, the village connections that illegal immigrants are able to work within. So the answer, I don't believe at all, is to increase immigration. The answer is actually we need to be cutting immigration right now. I mean, just with the viewers of this program who would be, I assume, this is in English, I assume that the viewers of this program are primarily Hispanic Americans, citizens, voters. You know, 1 out of every 4 Hispanic families that are looking for a full-time job can't find one right now. So this is there's not just the families with illegal immigrants that are concerned. There are the Latino Americans who are out of work, and all Americans out of work. We don't need more foreign labor right now, and we really haven't needed for some time. I think, you know, and this is one of the reasons why I think the CIR doesn't have much of a chance, because most of the people who push CIR want higher immigration. And what I'm saying is I think the only way that you might find some kind of a legalization at some point that the public and the Congress would support is if at the same time you dramatically reduce legal immigration at the same time.
Let's take a moment to read a comment from Destination Casablanca's Facebook page. Vicente Serrano commented, "The vast majority of the people who need the immigration reform won't call or email anyone because they don't even know who the representative or senator in the area where they live is. And many of the ones who do know their representatives and senators won't call or email them because they don't care." He also mentioned the need of Hispanic media leaders to challenge the conservative figures such as Lou Dobbs, Tom Tancredo, and Pat Buchanan. Do you agree with Roy Beck that the CIR ASAP is not looking good for 2010?
I think we need it. We need to...
Well, regardless of whether we need it, as a political matter, you're a politician, you're an elected official.
Well,
do you think it's going to...
You know, I think we're learning lessons. I think that what we're seeing with healthcare reform, where it's taken such a long time for us to, I think we're now on the brink of passing something that is essential. I think the longer we ignore dealing with immigration reform, the worse the problems are going to be. And I'm sorry, I keep on looking at that human being. I don't look at numbers. I look at what are the individual situations, as we started in this conversation, of families, of children, of values that are important to the American people. And I believe that the United States is, the people living in the United States, Americans, are not happy with what we're currently doing. They want a fair process. They want this to be fixed. And so I think we need to move forward, and politicians should take on a serious, challenging problem and find real solutions.